on BBWM. Live music's the breeding ground, isn't it? And venues across the country, including here in the West Midlands, obviously they're all closed at the moment because of the lockdown. But many say they're now worried about facing collapse and might never be able to reopen. And that would be a tragedy. So the Music Venue Trust has launched a crowdfunding campaign to try and help save grassroots live music venues. And it's already raised more than £1 million. Well, we're joined now by the CEO of the charity, Mark Davyd, and also Arith Liyanage, who's owner of the Night Owl in Digbeth. So good morning to you, Arith.
Good morning.
So just tell us a little bit about the live music events that you usually hold at the Night Owl.
So we hold live music every weekend. We concentrate at the Night Owl on soul and retro music, so anything from ska, reggae, disco, Motown, Northern Soul. So there's sort of acts and bands that we have every weekend. So we're a small intimate venue. We hold about 250, and there you can get a sort of. There's nothing like having hearing a band close up and seeing a live act. So that's what we do every weekend. And
I'm with you all day long on that. I'm with you all day long. I mean, I have been to some good gigs at arenas, but very few. It's when you're there, when you can see the whites of the eyes, and that's proper gigs. That's what it's all about. That's what I was brought up on. I was in a band for a few years. Well, that's the sort of venues that we used to play as well. We never got to play the big places. So what's the situation you're facing at the minute then, Arith?
Like all live music venues, anyone in the hospitality industry, we're shut. So we can't operate. We have been moving into expanding our merchandising, and we do regular live streaming every weekend. So we keep a flavour of the Night Owl going at the weekend for our fans. But it's just not the same as obviously being open as a live venue.
Of course. Now, nobody knows how long this will go on for. Obviously, there's going to be another announcement from the government this coming weekend about lockdown. So how important for you is it that you open sooner rather than later? How long can you put up with the current situation as it is now?
The government support we've had so far has been very welcome, and that has actually kept us going like all live music venues, and we've got a grant and got furlough schemes which helps, and that takes us so far. But really, we've probably got like most businesses, we've probably only got a month or two's cash flow ahead, even with that support. So the sooner we can be open again would be great. But I appreciate the social distancing and the issues that we're facing now with the virus. But yes, as a business, we depend on being open as a venue, customers coming through the door and seeing our music, and that is what we depend on.
And you know they're there. You know that when it's all over, if you can get through this patch, that you've got your regulars, you've got your loyal punters who will be back because they're missing it as much as you are, aren't they, ultimately?
Yeah, we've got quite a close-knit community because we focus on kind of soul and retro music, that we have, it's a very, very tight-knit community, and hence we do live streaming and keep things going on the social media because we'd like to keep that community alive. So, the sooner the better we're open, that would be great.
We wish you well. So that's Arith Liyanage from the Night Owl in Digbeth. Well, joining us now then from the Music Venue Trust is Mark Davyd, who's the CEO, Mark Davyd. So thanks for joining us, Mark. So first of all, tell us a little bit more about this crowdfunding campaign.
Good morning, Daz. Well, basically, we've got a huge problem nationally. There are 556 venues that are in a similar position to the Night Owl. In the West Midlands, you've got places like Suki 10cc, Katie Fitzgerald, the Boot Inn, but these are places right the way across the country. And what we realised as a national organisation is that the problem is too big for us. We can't try and save 556 venues all at once, but what we could do is create the opportunity for local communities, local artists, regional places like your radio station to talk about these venues, how important they are, and for local communities and artists to get behind each venue individually. So effectively, it's like 556 different crowdfunder campaigns, different artists doing different things, different audiences behaving in different ways.
And you've had quite a reaction so far.
Yeah, I mean, we've raised £1.2 million so far in the first 7 days. I think the night owl that you were just talking to, Arith, you were just talking to there is fairly typical. You know, that there was some government support. Actually, on looking at it nationally, that support technically evaporated or was used up on 27th of April last Monday, and we have a period now between 27th of April and the 30th of May in which there isn't any government support, and venues still have all their costs. They're still paying their rent. They're still having to pay out some of their staff to keep the place, maintain it, and all these things. They're still having to pay services to make sure that the venue doesn't basically decline. So, and we're really hoping that alongside this campaign, we're working very hard with government to see what they're going to do about reopening and how they can ensure that the venues are protected in the next phase. As a very specific sector for a very specific reason, which is these venues are absolutely essential to our communities. They're where people come together. They're where we celebrate. We want to make sure that when we come out of lockdown, which, we hope will be sometime soon, but we hope that when that happens, people are able to go back and really enjoy and socialise with each other, So it's so important to keep those going. But at the moment, the particular phase we're in, the people who can do that are the people who are listening to your show right now. They can visit the SaveOurVenues.co.uk website. They can find a venue they love, like the Night Owl, like Suki 10C, and they can just get on there and they can donate whatever they can afford. They can watch some virtual gigs. That's the most important thing they can do. Actually try and remind themselves how important live music is.
It's great to talk to you. I wish you well with this. So, yeah, that is from Arith Liyanage, who's the owner of the Night Owl in Digbeth, and Mark Davyd, who's the chief executive of the Music Venue Trust. And we've got to save them. We've got to make sure they're still there when all this is over. So it's 7:41 on BBC WM. And whilst we're talking about music, this is trending this morning on social media. Some sad news.